Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and this is my buddy Heather, my
Hello,
co-crone.
co-crow,
Co-crone.
older crow
Yeah,
crow.
I've really learned to embrace that term crone. I really kind of like it. I
Mhm.
feel good for
It's
a
it's
crone.
funny because when I went to the doctor, he said, "Sorry, I don't have a pill for getting old." And
Oh, yeah, right.
I
No
said,
kidding.
"That's all right."
Hi, Lark. Welcome. Hi, Amanda. Welcome this afternoon. So, how's Miss Heather doing up in Colorado? What's your weather like?
It's nice today. We did have snow, and there was about 2 to 3 inches on the ground, but it's just about all gone now. So
Wow. I get I can.
it snows, it stays there. One day it's gone. you know.
That's always nice. That
Yeah.
beats getting snowed in for days or weeks at a time. So yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It's cool and breezy here today. Looks a bit cloudy out. Um, I have no idea what the temperature is, but I would say in the upper 70s.
Oh,
It's
well, that's much
very
warmer than
nice.
here. But
Yeah.
there have been in the last few days times that I could go out with a good sweater, and that's it.
Oh, well,
So
that's
that's
good.
great.
While you're getting your cards together, let me tell everybody what this show's about.
Yeah.
And yes, those are neurons in your brain, the background, and words matter too. We started it last week, but there was so much more information. I wanted to do it again, go
Do
a
more.
little bit deeper this week, and I'm really not sure that I got everything covered. So there may be another one of these days. You never know, because our words literally create our reality, and we really need to be careful and mindful about the words we use for ourselves as well as the words that we use talking to other people, about situations and all that kind of stuff. So if you missed the first one, we did that last Tuesday. And then Saturday we had Terry's Tales. So she came aboard for the day and told us all about what she's been experiencing, basically out in the field when she's reading people at shows. And she had some pretty amazing experiences, and that's always fun to listen to.
It is.
And then Valerie was here to talk about the full moon that it was this morning and the importance of letting things go, doing the shadow work. And I actually did that last night and was up quite late and woke up about 3:30 in the morning. I'm exhausted today, but nevertheless, I was able to release a bunch of stuff that I didn't realize I was still holding on to, and it came up last night. And hopefully, it's
Right.
gone. I felt a whole lot lighter, and I didn't feel the abject terror, the fear that I had around a particular issue. So that was awesome.
That's
And
great.
that's what this full moon is all about. So if you haven't done your list of things that you want to release that no longer serve you, to open up to all this new light that's hitting our planet, make sure you do it. This is a perfect time to do it up until the 8th of April when our solar eclipse happens.
Mhm. And I've been watching the tapes of Terry's healing,
The
and
Akashic healing.
right,
The
and
Akashic,
that also helps relieve and get rid of things, a lot of things.
yeah, yeah, those shows were great. I watched. I've seen 3 or 4 of them now.
Yeah,
I think she.
I've got three so far.
Okay, I believe it's 3, and the 4th one is tonight. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a series of three, and she's done two. The third one's tonight.
So interesting. So, what do the cards have to say for the collective today?
Okay, well, first of all, we are all very magic.
Of course, we are.
Yeah. But sometimes even our own simplicity gets in our way. So
What does that mean? Our own simplicity.
it means we try to take shortcuts.
Okay.
That's what just came out. So
Okay,
anyway,
that makes sense.
still our souls are still our star seeds because we are. And we as human beings are still trying to be creative and journaling and meditating and doing all sorts of things that are creative to help keep our energy up. But one of the things that they said is all you got to do is make sure you keep your immunity. And when I say immunity, what I mean is that you are surfing all those vibrations out there. You're not getting stuck in the negative ones, and you're not getting, or the lower ones. You're keeping yourself up. You're
More
surfing,
balanced, surfing
right.
this. Okay.
Observing, not
Mhm.
getting
Good.
sucked in. You're observing.
Right.
When you do that, you keep all your energy up, and that takes care of making sure that we still retain our fairy magic, no matter what.
Fantastic.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I miss Sassy. I need you to go lay down. She just woke up and shook herself and was like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I
Mine's
don't know.
asleep underneath my chair. So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
So last week we talked about the power of our words and why that matters and how our words can lift us up and lift others up, or how we can damage and really put somebody down or ourselves with our self-talk. From birth, we have been habituated into the rules of the various language games of which we are a part. Language resembles a game because when we make a move in a game, our aim is to obtain an outcome. In language, this outcome is obtained by relaying meaning to another. Our aim is to have a common understanding emerge. And in order to understand each other, we must both play the same rule governed game. Otherwise, our meaning becomes obfuscated. Is that, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Obfuscated.
Yes, you did.
I want to put the banner up. That chat participation is highly
It,
recommended, encouraged. So please, if you have any questions about the subject matter, let us know because we love to hear it.
and whether we're learning another language or speaking with someone with a different background or even just a different part of the country, in order to better communicate and understand that person. So everything, there's so much in there. We must make an effort to be aware of particular rules of the game that he or she is playing. I remember when I was teaching, and one of the things that we learned in one of the larger cities that I was teaching in was that some people are raised, you remember you're in school, so therefore you shouldn't be swearing. But they're raised in a house that every other word is a cuss word. So to them, it's just normal language. And it's not really right to blame them for saying what they're used to growing up with. It's just not done in school. So you have to teach them new rules.
Right. That makes absolute sense.
Yeah. So to communicate well with others, we have to work to understand the world that they live in, which, despite speaking the same language, in some cases might still be very unfamiliar to us due to the diverse experiences, contexts, and values. Just like I said, their family, that's how they talked.
Sure.
Their family
Well, I
yelled
can
all the time.
remember-
You can't yell in class,
I was married to an Englishman. We both spoke English, but we had different understanding of what the same word
Yes.
meant. And that came up quite often in the beginning. As the longer we knew each other, the less it mattered. But in the beginning, there was some misunderstandings because of certain
Background.
words. And I don't mean cuss words, just the way we use words. And
Right.
it was quite surprising to both of us that there could be such a gap.
Yeah.
Just since we both spoke English. But it happens.
Yeah.
Even you can tell from one part of the country to the next, or somebody that has a higher education as opposed to somebody that has less education.
Yeah. And they talk about
Context
dialects.
absolutely matters.
Yeah, it does matter. Anyway, Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto performed some of the most fascinating experiments in the effect that the words have on energy in the 1990s. And he placed 2 cups of cooked white rice in 2 separate mason jars and fixed the lids in place. labeling one jar, "Thank you," and the other one, "You fool." Anyway, the jars were left in an elementary school classroom, and the students were instructed to speak the words on the labels to the corresponding jars at least twice a day.
After 30 days, the rice in the jar was constantly insulted had shriveled into a black gelatinous mass. The rice in the jar that was thanked was as fluffy and white as the day it was made. This dramatic example of the power of the words is also detailed in Emoto's books. I remember when those first came out.
I remember it too. Yeah.
There's also evidence to show that words affect perceptions of circumstances. They found that context matters too. People naturally import their perceptions of certain words into situations that are neutral. Researchers call this semantic prosody, where the precise meaning of a word comes from where it occurs in language. In the study of an unclear medical outcome was perceived as negative when it was caused more often than when it was produced.
I remember when I had a friend who was, she's Chinese, and she was going to try and teach me Chinese. She says, "Well, the words aren't that much. It's the inflection of your voice that tells you what it means." I'm going, "Oh, great. Texting, huh?" Anyway, the researchers concluded that the word caused is connected with something negative, while produced was neutral. Words can cause trauma. A study of,
No.
the study of college students found that verbal abuse from peers and real life effects on daily life. Some people experienced a fear of being assertive and had trouble remembering appointments and obligations. Some also had physical changes and increased irritability. There's also evidence that psychological violence, not limited to verbal abuse, may cause negative mental outcomes. And we all know this. And psychological violence was linked to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and the depression and anxiety in those who experience it from their intimate partners. The strongest overall association was between psychological violence and PTSD. Emotional and verbal violence had the strongest association with depression. I mean, if you're always told stuff that's a downer, you're going to be down.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to hear negative, hurtful, even harmful words, but there are steps we can take to heal. Words can be a form of verbal abuse in some cases. If you're experiencing emotional or verbal abuse from a partner and are in immediate danger, you need to call 911. If you're not in immediate danger, consider reaching out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline by calling 1 800 799 7233 or texting START to 88788. You can also talk with a mental health professional or a trusted friend or family member, but please, please talk to somebody. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, about 1 in 5 high school students experience bullying at school, and more than 1 in 6 experience it online in cyberbullying. But children aren't the only ones that can experience bullying. A 2021 report noted that nearly one-third of adults, 30% in the United States, experience bullying in the workplace.
Yeah,
That's amazing. That's just crazy.
I know. And it's something that is so hard to deal with. I remember when I was teaching, you knew somebody was a bully, you would have to constantly be talking to them and trying to keep them from doing it. But it was not like teaching kids manners or something, because bullying just was, it was there. And you just had to watch them.
From their family, did they have a parent, did you find, that was a bully?
Usually, well, where I was teaching, it could be both. As far as that goes, it could be a sibling. It really didn't matter. It
Right.
situated itself. And it was very difficult to deal with. All I said was,
Right.
So how do we deal with abusive language? There's something therapeutic about putting our feelings into words. Many of us feel compelled to get rid of negative feelings and sort through stressful experiences by talking about them, instinctively seeking out a trusted, receptive listener. And others benefit from journaling about these trials, filling books with cathartic confessions to the self. Talking about our troubles can be clarifying, provide reality testing, and strengthen interpersonal connections. But more important, though, may be the fact that the conversation of feelings to words appears to have a distinct and immediate calming effect on us. You got it out.
Yeah.
Studies are finding that it's connected in a large mindfulness.
Mindfulness is so important. You see it in so many different things that we look at.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we make words work for us? Making words work. To consciously harness the power of words for your benefit, you need to start with the ones you're using. No name calling or self-criticism. Everyone is doing the best they can at any moment in time with the consciousness they have to work with, including you. Be kind and offer yourself the same empathy and compassion that you would extend to anyone else. That's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Stop all self-deprecation. I am terrible about this. Never make your body or something you've accomplished or anything else in your life the butt of a joke. Words have power, and quantum energy doesn't have a sense of humor. It only hears what you say. It's pretty scary if you think about it. Resist gossiping and speaking ill of others. It's impossible for your words to resonate in anyone else's body but your own. I really like that one.
Mm-hmm. Go on a negativity diet. Instead of saying that a meal was terrible, say, I've had better. You've basically said that you wanted to say without trying and putting negative energy through your body. You even used a positive word to do it.
If you guys can show us a way that you've done that in your life, let us know.
Mm-hmm. Boost the positive energy of words. Instead of saying something like you had a good time at the concert, ramp up the positive energy by saying great, terrific, fantastic. Use better words. Instead, these feel much better and generate a bigger energetic response in the body.
True.
And it's true. I've found that to be true from experience. If you have some Debbie Downers in your circle of friends, limit the time you spend with them or find better friends. Negative energy has a way of dragging everything surrounding it in, like a big black hole. So you want to avoid it when you can.
Oh, I just had the image of a big black hole, like a drain going like this.
That's exactly what it
Sucking
does.
your energy out.
I think they used to call it bitch clubs because that's all they did. Somebody would start and somebody else would one up them negatively.
Right.
And you just go straight down. And you think you're feeling good, but you're not.
Yeah.
And surround yourself with positive, uplifting words. Put affirmations on sticky notes around your home and office and say wonderful things about you, your family, or your goals. And like before you start, I have an example. I have all over my house, on my refrigerator and on my mirrors, you got this, or smile, or make somebody's day. I've got so many things to remind me to stay up because it helps.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got some comments I'm going to show in just a minute. So wear clothes that have positive messages or phrases on them. I have so many that say peace, love, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a child of the 60s. I can't help it. Imagine the kind of positive energy you'll be generating for yourself when wearing positivity all day long. As you keep doing these things, you use the power of repetition in a highly effective way for your benefit. We have the power to change our world, and using words consciously is one of the quickest ways to shift the energy we bring into our lives. Negative words, whether spoken, heard, or thought, not only cause stress, but also contribute to long term anxiety. Excuse me. By holding a positive and optimistic word or thought in your mind, you literally stimulate the frontal lobe activity. And over time, given sustained positive thought, functions in the parietal lobe of the brain start to change. Research has shown the longer you concentrate on positive words, the more you begin to affect other areas of the brain.
Mhm. Basically, you begin to feel better all the way around.
Your turn.
Oh, donut two. Sorry. Over time, given sustained positive thought, functions in the parietal lobe start to change.
Parietal.
What'd you say?
Parietal lobe. Parietal.
Oh, I learned it the other way. That's fine. I like yours better. Consequently, this changes our perception of ourselves and those who are around us. So basically, holding a positive view of ourselves helps train our brain to see the good in others. By exercising consistent positive thoughts, speech, and action, we not only change our self-perception, but how we perceive the world around us. Ultimately, this allows us the ability to shape our reality and change the world for the better.
So, and I've got a couple of extra
It's cool.
slides. Self-distance, using positive self-talk, self-distancing or removing yourself from the things that trigger your negative comments and other toxic behaviors. That's really easy, staying away from people that bring out the worst in me. I definitely do that.
Mhm.
Self-coaching is using your own name when you have a discussion in your mind with yourself. Now, Priscilla, you're not a dumbass because you broke that glass. I would use that. Establish rituals. Share your experiences with someone who can help. Zoom out and think about others who have had bad experiences and were able to get on with their lives. Well, we've all had those experiences, I'm sure. I'll let you read the next one, but let me put some things up that people said. Amanda
Okay.
Carroll. So amazing. This should be required in every classroom. Amen.
Yes.
And Lark says, no matter what meal I get, I always say, this is great. I appreciate a meal because simply there are those who don't have that option. My mind is set that way. Oh, I love that, Lark. I thank it and ask it to for my highest good.
And if I happen to be eating meat, which I eat more than she does, I do thank them for their sacrifice.
And then one more, very important, quantum energy does not have a sense of humor. Quantum translates literally. That is so true.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is 5. This is for you.
Using positive self-talk. Reframe your problem as a challenge. Tap into responding to your internal red flag warnings. If something's coming down negative, then you want to make that a challenge so that you're a positive attitude towards it. I'm going to beat this. Create order around you by talking and taking control of your space, cleaning the garage, going for a walk. You're clearing your mind. In our case, it was a lot of throw out.
And still doing it.
Yeah, me too. Keeping it down to what you really need on a daily basis. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Experience all. Many experiences can cause awe, including religion, nature, art, animals, and music. I mean, look at the scenery. That is so awe-inspiring. Be aware that any emotion can reach top floors of the emotion elevator and trigger lizard brain reactions.
What does that mean? Fight or flight?
Lizard, to me,
Fight or flight?
fight or flight. To me, it just means lower ones. But
Right,
the thing is, instead of going down, you want to go up.
right.
So,
That makes sense.
but just think about it. I mean, I live in Denver, but I can't see the mountains from where I live. But if I get out of Denver a little bit, I can see the mountains, and they are so majestic.
They are.
And it was, and it's like when we went to Mount,
Shasta.
Mount Shasta. It's gorgeous. And you forget about how gorgeous it is until it just disappears on you. And then what happened?
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, let me see. Oh dear, I lost it. Where did it go? Using my computer.
iPad?
Yeah,
Me too.
I hit done all the time. No, I don't want. I want this one. Okay. So what I wanted to say was, we have Saturday, Sherry Trancing with Spirit's going to be on, and this at 3 o'clock. I just want to remind everybody our shows are always on at 3 o'clock. And then on Monday, it's a new month. Can you believe it? It's April 1st, and Terry Lee will be here about the power of releasing judgment, which I think is pretty interesting. Hey, Kay Travel, thank you for being here, and thank you for that. And then Tuesday is acceptance. And then we're on hiatus from the 3rd to the 13th while I travel from Key West to Fort Collins, stopping in Arkansas for the Great American Eclipse. Woohoo! I can't wait.
I can't wait to see your pictures.
I know. I hope I get some. I hope it all works out. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we shall see. That's just the way it is, isn't it?
Yep.
I've
Play
never
it by ear, day by
anything
day.
I think you have to. So remember, Saturday, Sherry, Trancing with Spirit. She's brilliant psychic medium and Akashic Records reader. I've been read by her a couple of times in class, and she in a practice sessions, and she's phenomenal. And you can always find her on Dragonfly Crystals. She reads a lot on Dragonfly Crystals.
And she has other readers who are just, you think they're starting out, but they are so right on. And
they're truly amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of good readers like Linda Day Gonzalez and Viviane. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Sherry on Saturday. And again, Terry Lee talking about the power of releasing judgment. And that's our wisdom circle that meets once a month with 6 of us. It's always fun. Terry Lee, Terry Suzuki, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and Sun Psychic Jean, and the 2 of us. So that's always fun.
It is.
So I guess if anybody doesn't have any questions, we can go to card reading, and I have no idea where my cards are, so I'm going to leave it up to you to do the readings.
That's okay. You always get messages and comment on the card, so I don't.
I will try to do so. I will try to do so. Anybody that were like mini readings will do 3-card mini, or Heather will do a 3-card mini reading.
But you are actually helping out with that, so because she gets a different information than I do sometimes. I mean, it's similar, but it's.
I do.
Yes.
Sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. So anybody that would like their cards read, please let us know now, and do that in requesting caps with emojis so I can star your name. I'm having iced coffee this afternoon, and it is delicious.
Well, you need it to stay awake.
I do. I needed to stay awake. It was crazy last night. I even talked to Valerie this morning and said, "What is going on?" She had very much a very similar experience herself.
Yeah, I'm usually awake and I get tired during the day. And I know part of it's from the machine, but part of it's just because I can't sleep. So,
Okay, I've got Amanda for a mini reading. Anybody else? We can start with her. I love it. What deck are you using today, love?
just a second. Let me pull it out here.
Thank you, Amanda. I'm very excited about my crazy adventures. One minute, I think I've lost my bloody mind, and the next minute, I just can't wait.
I'm using the Psychic Tarot.
Ooh, cool.
It's got pictures that show up well. So,
Lark says, yes,
Oral deck.
I'll take a reading, working hard. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Lark.
I'll make sure it's good. And this is Amanda.
This is for Miss Amanda.
Oh, okay. Well, the first card that I pulled was Truth. And so I'll get back to it as I get through because I think it relates to the other things. The second one was Prosperity Begins. So things are going to start looking up for you. The last one was your throat chakra. And that to me says that you must be speaking your truth. And because you're speaking your truth, things are beginning to work out for you because you are telling the truth. Sorry, that's a green tree, really, right up there. It's green.
We'll have to trust you on that one.
Yeah, what's that?
The green tree.
Yeah,
I see it now.
yeah.
Every
It is
so
a
often
green
I can
tree,
tell.
but it's against the green screen. It's clear. I got a whole car. Anyway, what I'm thinking, because the last one was your throat chakra, I'm thinking you're going to need to go ahead and speak your truth. Don't be afraid to tell people what you think. Don't be afraid to tell the people the truth. Okay? Because that puts you in a good place for your earning either money or points or whatever, but your prosperity will begin. You'll become more and more the person that people go to because they know that you're speaking the truth. Okay.
Trust, and I'm just getting trust your imagination. Trust yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Lark is next.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll take a reading, work hard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amanda says, excellent. And she's smiling.
Good.
And Denise, I got you. No problem. Hi, Joshua.
Okay, the first card that came up for you, Lark, was solar plexus. So that does also have to do with creativity, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the second card was the waiting game. Very hard to do, but use your intuition in everything. So go ahead and be creative. That's your forte, is being creative in what you're doing. But they're saying, remember, you may have to wait a little. Just be patient and follow your intuition. It'll never steer you wrong.
Good. Okay. Debbie Kane is next.
All righty.
I would love a card. Well, you're going to get 3.
Yeah. Put it together because it makes a difference.
Yeah, Joshua, I'll put you on the list. Amanda says, I love how my reading had to do with words, as in speaking my truth. Feels really good. Thank you, ladies.
Great.
You're welcome, Miss Amanda. a pleasure.
Absolutely. And like I said, I like these because mostly you can see them. Wow. Okay. The first card I got was awareness. So stay aware, be in the now, always. And don't get discouraged with boredom. Now, I know this one looks like it's clearer in places. That's because it's green there. But don't get discouraged, because in the end, you will triumph. But live in the now. Live in the now. Stay with everything. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Okay? And don't get discouraged, because you are triumphing.
I'm also getting that she needs to speak her truth and stand in her power.
That makes sense.
Don't let others influence her.
Don't change your mind just to please others.
Yeah, I'm seeing she's got good instincts and she needs to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my lessons has been patience too, Lark. I feel you. And so, okay. Let's see who's next. My nose is itching like crazy today. I have no idea. Okay, Denise is next.
Okay.
Ah. Can I please have a message? Thank you for your question, Miss Denise, and you're welcome.
Let's see what we come up with. Denise.
Okay, I'm getting the message of today is literally stand in your power, release those things that are no longer serving you. We still have that full moon energy that and this lunar eclipse energy to help us release those things that are buried deep.
And that goes along with what I've got, because the very first card was spiritual strength.
Good.
And I'm sorry, it's green back there with a Buddha holding everything up. Anyway, you have the spiritual strength. You need to trust your intuition and be patient and make your plans. But just like she says, you need to keep doing what she said. My mind went blank. If you want to repeat it.
I don't know what I said, Heather.
Okay.
I can't remember what I said.
Anyway, you have what you need for it. Trust yourself. And if there's something you want to do, don't just jump in. Make sure that you plan and be patient for things to work out. Sometimes you have to be patient to be able to hear your intuition.
Right.
You know, damp down that excitement just a little bit, but do trust it. But you have the spiritual strength that's needed to do what you want to do.
Nice. And next is Joshua. Could you pull a couple for me, if and when possible, please? And thank you.
We really love
You're
to.
welcome.
That's one. Sorry, but jumps out at me like that. It's your card.
Absolutely. What is Deb says, I've seen the window cards before, but not that style. What is the name of them, Heather?
Psychic Tarot.
Cool.
And they're made by John Holland. And it's Psychic Tarot Oracle deck.
Okay. She says, bless you. I feel the cards.
I love these cards. But, and part of the reason I like them is because they do show up so well, generally speaking. and they're clear.
Not when they're green.
Not when they're green, true, but they aren't all green.
No.
Okay.
Denise says, this is just what I needed. Thank you so very much. Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay.
Glad to help.
Joshua, your first card is moving on. Don't get stuck in one place. Okay. And what's happening is that you do have accelerated movement. You're moving more quickly than you were prepared to do. Okay. But don't worry about it because your prosperity is beginning.
Sweet.
So, yeah. Don't be afraid to go ahead and move on faster than you thought. But it's your prosperity is beginning. So with that tree that's green with a hole in the middle.
I'm just getting I can't think who the song is. Keep on moving.
Mm-hmm. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
I gotta keep on moving. I can't think of the name of the song, but anyway, keep on moving and don't look back. There's nothing, no regrets. Be mindful of today. Yesterday's done, dusted. Leave it alone and look forward.
Go on. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your very first card was keep moving. And that one's the one that jumped out at me. So they're telling you, keep moving.
I wish I could remember the name of that band. Anyway, that's actually our last question. Does anybody else have any questions?
Well, then I'll just pull one for the collective.
Okay. Did we miss anybody? I don't think so.
Okay. This card is the third eye chakra.
Oh, sweet.
So
this is collective. So it's like keep our eyes open, a third
keep
eye.
our eyes open, look at things from the perspective that we should look at it from, and go to another perspective and look at it again. Don't get immersed in the lower vibrations. Watch, look at everything. Okay. Be the observer, right? And surf the waves. So just keep doing it so that your vibration stays up and you can help lead those that need that help that you can give them. Okay.
That sounds good. That sounds like what we need to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank everybody for being here today. I appreciate your comments. This is a pretty short show for us today, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely.
But we really appreciate your being here. And
yeah, we love each and every one of you and appreciate your time, the time that you spend with us. So go about your week. I hope the rest of your week is delightful. Please let your freak flag fly and spread your love out there. That's what we're all here for. And thanks again, Heather. Thanks for being here as always.
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you, guys.
Love you too. Bye.